Hopefully, that part is never
Oh my
you know, reliable. We don't know if it's true or not, but hopefully it was.
gosh.
So,
Oh my
and did you have a new single released or something?
god. Ooh, Can't Hold Me Down is out now.
Wow.
Oh my
I
gosh.
think I vaguely remember seeing a post about it, right? So that's your newest single?
Oh my gosh.
Wonderful. Right?
The newest single, huh?
Wait, what is it called again?
Can't Hold Me Down.
Can't Hold Me Down. Okay, well, I
That's
haven't heard it, so like I said, I've been so busy, but I will try to take a listen. And anybody out there,
wow.
if you haven't heard Cody's new single, go
Oh
and
my goodness.
find it somewhere on
My lyric video.
platforms. I'm sure you'll be able to find it. Just Can't Hold Me Down, right?
Wow.
Okay.
That's me.
Okay, well, I
Ooh.
know that we worked on this McDowell piece,
Oh my goodness.
and I was busy, so I haven't seen you in a little bit. And but you've certainly been practicing on your own,
Wow.
which I'm happy about, right? Because I know you
Oh my
sent
goodness.
me little clips of your progress.
Wow.
So let me open up the music,
Oh my
and we
goodness.
can
Wow.
work on it.
Dang.
Modern Suite. There you go.
Yeah. That,
Okay, so
believe it.
now when we were setting up earlier, and your dad was trying to make sure that the audio um, setting has the original sound on, I asked you to play just a little bit, right, to make sure that the sound was um, not kind of intermittent. What I
Yeah.
did notice was your pedaling.
Oh
So
yeah.
before we play it again, I want you to think about how
Ooh.
we pedal.
Yeah.
Obviously, you put your foot on the pedal, right?
Nice.
But remember a very important
Important.
um, thing about pedaling is that we don't move our whole foot up, right?
Wow.
What should we do instead?
Nice. Ooh.
What
That's
do
a
we do?
heel
We
down.
can't lift our whole foot up and down with the pedal.
Yeah.
So
Up and down.
what do we do with the heel of the foot?
That's a heel down.
The heel has to stay down. Yes.
Yeah.
So the heel stays on the ground, does not
Stay
move,
on
right?
ground.
Only the top part of your foot goes up and
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
Don't lift our whole entire foot up, okay? Because I think I saw a little bit of that earlier. So
Nice.
just be aware of that, okay?
Woohoo.
Anyway, your room looks so interesting, I
Oh
must
my
say.
gosh.
I haven't seen this room in a while, right? Because you were in Vegas. So I saw the white piano,
What the
and
heck?
I haven't seen this room in a while. I like your
Hmm.
piano, obviously, and I like your lamp,
Wow.
the music lamp. I like the poster on the wall. That was your golden buzzer moment poster.
Golden buzzer.
And I like the teddy bear somebody made.
Oh my gosh.
That has your picture on it. So it's a great room, right? All
Wow.
right, let's get to work.
Yeah,
It's
baby.
a very happy room to be looking at.
Ah. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, baby. Ooh.
Are you ready?
Oh yeah, baby. Woo-hoo. There we go.
Hopefully my original sound is on.
Oh yes.
Okay, got it.
Got it, huh? Ooh. Ooh, that's it. Ooh. Wow.
Well done.
Nah.
Well, it's a lot better, obviously, than the last time I saw you, which was, I think, more than a month ago now, right? So we had just introduced the piece, and then you were on your own, right?
Wow.
So
Oh
obviously
my
you
god.
listen to a recording of it of some sort, right?
Wow.
And you try to get everything that you can from the recording. And like I always say, right, most people cannot learn it that way, right? Because there will be so many things that they just cannot decipher through their ears. So
Wow.
they'll have the skeleton of the piece, maybe 50% of the notes,
Wow.
okay, but not all, right? But you obviously are very special, so you get about 95% of it.
Wow.
So that's a lot, right? Especially when the music is very fast, right? It is very,
Wow.
very hard for only the ears to figure out everything that's going on, right? So you do get about 95% of it. But like I said, most average person, well, 50% is very generous. I don't think that even can get that, right? I'm just saying, even the very best, the people that feel like they have very good ears, if they can even get 50% from simply hearing the piece, not seeing the score, but just by sheer listening, probably at most they get 50%, right?
Wow.
But there'll be so many things missing. Anyway, like I said, I don't think I can even get 50% myself, right? I'll probably get 20%. Right? So, but you do get, like I said, about 95% of it, right? So there were just a few things missing, which is my job, right? I will help you to fill them in. Whenever the pattern repeats itself, like when you have this kind of thing, right? They just repeat themselves, right? You are very accurate, of course. Or, right? When they just repeat. And then every now and then, of course, it doesn't make it so easy for us. Every now and then, oh, that's different, right? So every group is different now. So you don't have this repeating things all. Right? So each group is different. So whenever things become different, you're not as fluent, right? So the continuity broke a little bit. And I can understand why, because the pattern is different. So your brain needs a little bit of time, right, to process. So the continuity gets a little bit lost. So the flow, right, was not as smooth. Well, that's something we want to work on, right? Because all these fast notes in the right hand, they need to be so natural sounding, right? They need to sound like the ripples of the water. Okay? So it's just all very, very continuous with a very smooth, natural flow. Whether it's always the same notes or whether the notes change. But when the notes do change, they're harder, right? So we practice those measures more, right? So those measures where the notes, the pattern starts to change, right? Right? Oh, see. So I haven't seen this piece in about as long as I haven't seen you, right? So it's rusty for me too. So guess what? I practice it, right? Okay, still not very good. So I go slower. I have to refresh my memory. So see if you can play just that line for me, like I just did. That was better, right? Now remember the melody was in the top, right? For those three notes. So that's what we want to hear, right? And that's not important. And then so it's the B, A, G. But what's interesting is that it's not the same place, right? It was off the beat. Off the beat. And then on the beat. And he almost course is doing it on purpose, so it's not so predictable, right? It's like, again, the ripples of the water. They seem to be following some kind of a pattern, perhaps, but the pattern isn't exact, right? It's not calculated. It can change, right? It can have a little fluctuation, a little difference from one ripple to another, right? One ripple might be a little bit bigger or smaller, right? So it's not like a perfectly calculated interval, because then it becomes like fake, right? So then you don't feel like it's a very natural phenomenon. It feels like a man-made thing. Okay, so let's try that again, please.
Nice.
Okay, so now we have to add the left hand, right? Let me play the left hand. So there was a D there that's far away. Now this one, only 3 notes. Da da da. I think you're playing da 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 da. We have an extra note. So B, F sharp, D sharp. That's it. And then A, G, F sharp is at the end. Okay.
Wow.
So don't have an extra note. Now all these rolling things, they are not easy to fit in, right? So we had to again practice it, right? So this first one, right? You can take some time. Right? But this one we don't want to take too long, right? Because it's in the middle of the phrase. Try it again.
Nice.
That was better. That was better for sure.
Oh, wow.
Definitely better. Okay. So my point is, when you get to passages like this, where the pattern isn't just your, repeated stuff, you need to take extra time to work on them. Okay. Now the second point I want to make is there are 2 versions of this piece. Okay. So one of them doesn't have so many octaves in the beginning. Right? Just single note. So the other one has octaves, right? So you obviously are playing the octave version, right? Which is totally fine, right? But apart from the octave thing, there are also other small little differences in the first part on the fast note. Sorry. Right? That part is also different. So, but I don't think the whole idea of this first part is that it's really an improvisation, right? It's an improvisation of some sort. So that's why I guess there are these 2 versions out there. But, I think when we learn this piece, right, what we want to do is just pick one version and stick to it, right? So what we don't really want to do is like combine the 2 versions and play with some from this version and some from that version. Personally, I think in a performance that doesn't bother me, right? Like I said, it's an improvisation of some sort anyway, this first part, so it wouldn't bother me too much. But if somebody was, of course, to do this in an exam, then they shouldn't do that, right? Because whoever is judging, the examiner will be following the score, so you gotta kind of pick a version and stick to it. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
So anyway, since you're doing the octave version, right, let's learn all the notes that are in that version.
That's the version.
As they are on paper, and then not try to kind of deviate from it. Okay. So going back to this introduction, like I said, you didn't quite get this part right? I'll do it slowly for you. So. And then you basically repeat, right? And then, right? And then it changes here. So the pattern was not quite the same there. Do you hear it? So 4 notes here, 2 notes, 4 notes here, and then 3. It's a chromatic. 4, 2, 4, 3. 4, 2, 4, 3 there, 4 followed by 2, 4 and different. Okay, your turn.
Nice.
Almost. No. That last group of the right hand I didn't hear. No, that's right hand. That's right hand. So every time you play the so fa re ti, that's right hand, right? So fa re ti, re is a sharp, of course. Fa re ti is right hand, do la is left hand, do, and then the do ti ti la is right hand. So right hand always does 4 notes. 4 here, 2 there, 4 here, 3 there. Right hand always play 4 note, okay? And then you just, it's not easy, right? You almost need to memorize it, right? Now, it's very tempting to want to go so fa re ti do la do ti ti la. It's very tempting to do that again, but that is gone. You just go back to the so fa re ti. Okay, one more time. Yes, you got it. That is accurate now. Okay, now feel free to do a gigantic ritardendo, or I should say alagendo, right? So gigantic alagendo. So we can go to that broad. Yeah, even more slower. Da, da, da. Okay, there was a little glitch, so I didn't hear you for like 5 seconds. Anyway, so these running passages, right? Because we are dividing between 2 hands, slow down. You want to practice it slowly, but so many times, so that eventually you can be fast, but without any little hesitation in between. Okay, you were very close. Can you try it again?
Let's do it.
Okay, now in this version, right? The da 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 is in both hands, right? So both hands have to do the drum. So it's a little bit harder, right? So both hands have to do it. Da 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 da. So what finger do I use? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then left hand 4, 3, 2, 1. Right? Yeah, drum. Now you don't want to take forever. Drum. Right? So you want to practice that little bit.
Wow.
Got it. Got it. Okay, and just watch your leg, because I'm seeing the whole leg up and down thing.
Yeah.
Remember, we don't move our whole leg up and down. We keep our heel on the floor. Okay. All right. And another line that you didn't quite get just through listening was this line. Right? Sorry. Yeah, I was right. So again, there's a little difference here between the 2 versions. In this octave version, I'm doing it slow so you can decipher more clearly what the note is. So what's going on is you have 2 things in the right and then 2 things in the left. 2 things in the right, 2 things in the left, 2 things in the right, and then octave. So that one is different, right? So you would want to do that again, right? Whatever, but it doesn't do that. So let's sort that out first. No, that's too hard, Kodi. You gotta do right hand, left hand. So right hand do two things. Listen, that's right hand, and then that's left hand. Yes. Now your finger choice could be better. Can you do 3-5 and then 1-2? That'll be easier. You're doing 4. No. Right hand do 3-5. Use your pinky. No, 3 and 5. Because it's easier. Think about it. Basically, that's a diminished 7th chord, right? So no fingering could be easier than 3-5, 1-2. So stick to that finger. And then the left hand, what's a good finger? Well, I do 1-2-2-4. I see you doing 1-3-3-5. I guess I could live with that, right? So I don't want to use my pinky so much when the notes are high. So I use 1-2 and 2-4. But like I said, I could live with 1-3 and 3-5 if you prefer. But in the right hand, there is no better choice. You gotta do 3-5 and 1-2. Okay, so and then you repeat, and then you kind of repeat, but only halfway, and then you change the octave. So fix that for me first.
Nice.
No, 3-5, 3-5, right hand.
There it goes. Yeah, baby.
Yep. Yep. No. The dun dun is left hand. Octave. Yes. So we are very what's the word? Fair, right? So right hand do two things, left hand do two things, right hand do two things, left hand do two things, right hand do two things, left hand do two things. See? And like I said, please make sure you do 3-5 there, right? Because there is no better choice. Yep, and then we gotta practice it so we don't have this random stop, right? See, they gotta be continuous.
Wow.
But there's a little hesitation, so we do it again. First, we do it slowly, as long as we get rid of the hesitation. You're getting better, but it's not quite there yet. So what we do is we do it again, right? It almost sounds, or it wants to sound like one hand is doing all the work. But that's not possible. That's just too much work for one hand, right? So we are dividing it between two hands, but it needs to sound like only one hand was doing it. So it flows. You got better, okay? So that's the first part of that. And then it becomes 3 notes, right? So what are the 3 notes? So what's the finger? 1-2-5 followed by 1-2-4. Left hand, same thing, right? Well, you could do 1-3-5 or 1-2-5 and and I actually do 1-2-5 again, right? Some people might do 2-3-5. I kind of just like my thumb, right? So, but the notes are identical anyway. It's just octave lower, right? So 3 here, 3 there, and then it doesn't continue, right? So right, left, and then it changed into the triplet. Okay. So show me the second one now.
There it goes.
Yes, that is the idea, but there was moments of hesitation. You don't want to have any hesitation when you change register. Yes. Okay, now combine them together. Right? It's not perfect, but that's the idea.
Yeah.
3-5, remember?
There it goes.
No. it goes to higher register. But Kodi, you forgot the 3-5. 3-5. 3-5 in the right hand.
There it goes.
Mm-hmm.
There it goes. There it goes.
Yes, but see how hard that line is, right? So that one line needs practice, right? Because you kind of got it, but there's way too much, right? Little hesitation. Well, I played the wrong octave, actually. So I gotta practice too. There, I didn't play wrong notes now. But it was a little on the slow side, but at least I was fluent. You got better, right? But what I mean is, every time you have that slightest little gap where you're thinking, okay, which octave is it now? The music stops, right? The continuity is lost. So you have to be so sure where the next group is. So as soon as you leave this group, your head needs to be on your way to the next group. Go find the next note. And you almost have to, well, you do memorize it anyway, but I haven't memorized it. But I almost have to make myself memorize it, right? So I don't hesitate, because otherwise I will hesitate because I don't know what the next note is. You got better.
Yeah.
So you see what just happened? Because you're repeating the note, you almost want to use the same hand to do it, right? I mean, that seems very logical, but that's not a good idea. So you are playing this particular group 2 times, but you need to change hand. Because if you don't change hand, your left hand doesn't have time to go down. If you do this all with left hand, that's too much work for the left hand. So you need to change hand so the left hand can go down. Okay? So, as I was saying, you have gotten better at this line, but it is still not as good as some of your other lines, right? There are still little hesitations. But each time you do it, you got better at it. So it just takes a tremendous amount of patience. See, even I got better, right? Through playing it many times with you today. 3-5, 3-5.
There it goes. Nice.
Yep. Okay, I think your first part got better. The second part still was glitchy, right? Glitchy means there's a little awkward, like you're thinking what's going on, right? We want to get rid of all those little glitches. All right, I think you get my point. All right, so practice that line, okay? All right, so where's another line that sounds weird? The last line, right? So I have to refresh my memory also. What is it? This is a business, right? What do I do? So we have to get legato, okay? Can I just hear the right hand? Because I think you're missing a couple notes. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Wow.
Now you're missing a couple notes. Listen. So the last couple notes was, I think I didn't hear all those notes. Your turn. Yes, that's it. And then the left hand, it doesn't go all the way up, right? So in the end, the left hand becomes, it goes back down. So I had a good fingering figured out, but I can't remember what it is now. I think I had it written down in a different version. Maybe I'll go find it. Yes, but no, I didn't write it down there either. So anyway, you were doing that part broken for some reason. That is definitely not broken, right? So let's try that again. Thank you. Okay, and then you also were broken here for some reason. Don't be broken. And don't be late on the last octave, right? So don't be broken here, right? And don't be late. Where can you be broken? After you finish the big run, right? You can have a rest, right? And then you see. And then you gotta find that octave. Can I hear it from here? Yep, they all need to be, it's basically your typical authentic cadence. So you have a dominant seventh chord. Now make sure you're doing just two notes here, single note, and do the left hand. Do all these notes with the left hand. So the thumb has two notes, right? A and B. That's the thumb. Third finger, pinky, and then this is da da da, right? So that's your E minor chord. Clean as can be, right? Because we have a typical authentic cadence, which we do not want to mess up. Okay, I cannot for the life of me figure out what I did here. It is bugging me. What did I do? Maybe that's what I did. Right? A good fingering is so crucial, right? For continuity's sake. Now, I think you are doing too many 1 3 1 3 1 3, right? That will drive you crazy. So it's not like a chromatic scale where you just go, you know, a lot of 1 3. It's not quite like that, right? It's a bit of a combination scale. Yeah, I think that's what I did. So this group I do 1 3 a lot, right? Black note is 3, white note is 1, black note is 3. But this group I do 1 2 3 4, right? Because I don't want to drive myself crazy with more 1 3 1 3. So I do 1 2 3 4. In the left hand I do 1 4 3 2. In other words, the fingering is just this backwards, right? Right hand, left hand. So a little bit tricky to find that fourth finger and that second finger. I understand that, right? But that's why we practice it. So yeah, I think that is what I did a long time ago. Now that I refresh my memory. So what I'm doing is very, very different from what the printed number is that is in front of me from some edition. Yeah, but the problem with too many 1 3s, see, I don't want that sound, right? So that's why I don't do the 1 3 1 3 1 3, because it sounds like galloping, right? Like you're riding a horse, which is the last thing we want it to sound like, right? So it is a terribly hard line, but like I said, I still think my fingering, at least that's how I feel, works, right? So this part is 1 2 3 4, and then 1 3 1 2 3 4, 1 3 1 2 3 4, 1 3 1 2 3, right? Because the pattern finishes. And the left hand, the 3-1-3 when it's kind of like the black note, white note, black note. And then when the right hand is doing 1-2-3-4, mirror it. So I do 1-4-3-2. So right, so so 3-1. There you go. 4 is here. 3-2. So that part is difficult because of the gap. But ultimately, it mirrors the right hand. So as the right hand is doing 1-2-3-4, left hand is 1-4-3-2. Right? So little practice to get that gap going. There! I got it.
Wow.
That's it. Like I said, everybody probably will come up with their own favorite solution eventually. And the goal is the sound, right? Whatever will make the sound good. And what is the sound we want? We want a shimmering, disappearing effect, right? We don't want any glitches of any sort. We don't want any galloping of any sort. We don't want any accents of any sort, right? There, I got better, right? So but you see, you got stuck many times, right? To be fair, I agree, right? I did too at the beginning of our lesson. Like I said, the last time I saw this piece was the last time I saw you, which was more than a month ago. And then since then, I had so much accompanying music to learn that I completely forgot about this piece. So at the beginning of our lesson, I had completely forgotten what finger I used. I could not play it, right? But then as we were having our lesson, I'm thinking, gee, what did I do here before? Because I could play it before, but now I can't. And it bugged me, right? So I tried to remember, and then I did some experimentation, and then it came back to me, right? So it's still glitchy, right? So can you try my fingering? Maybe I didn't say it very clearly, right? So I'll say it again. I think you get the right hand. It's the left hand. Left hand is the problem. Let me show you my left hand. 3, 1, and then 4, 3, 2. That's the hard part. 3, 1, 1, 4, 3, 2. 1, 4, 3, 2. 1. I'm lost, right? What is it? 1, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 4.
Wow.
Yeah, I can't speak so well. 3, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 3. So this is definitely 1, 4. So 1, 4, 3, 2. That's definitely 1, 4, 3, 2. So every time you get to G, 1, 4, 3, 2. 1, 3, 1, 4, 3, 2. 1, 3, 1, 4, 3, 2. And then you can do whatever you want. Because this last part is easy. 1, 3, 2, 3, 4. 1, 3, 1, 2, 3. No big deal. The part that's the hardest is this part right here. Right? Once you sort that out, it repeats itself. Okay? Oh, thank you so much, Kodi. You did it. Even though my explanation wasn't so good. Because sometimes the mind and the mind is thinking of something, but it didn't come out, right? The way I was thinking. So my explanation really wasn't the best, but you got it. You got it, and I could already hear that it was better.
That was better.
Right? It was better. It wasn't so galloping and so with so many little hesitations. So once you get the fingering that you decide is the one that works, you just gotta stick to it and play it lots of times. So again, take it into groups. This is a group, right? This is a group. This is a group. So the group to focus on is the da 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 da. Make sure da 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 is nice and even, right?
Wow.
It's getting better, right? So we have a low note here. After the actually the line before needed some work too. So you got all the notes in the previous line. You got all the notes, but your division wasn't so great. What does division mean? Play all those with the right hand. So that's all right hand, okay? So left hand has only E to play, and then 2 notes in the left hand. That's all we're doing. Okay? And you hold the B, of course. So the left hand is only playing C, B, hold the B down, so you make a, that open fifth interval. So that's all the left hand wants to do. Okay? You were giving the left hand too much work. Well, your right hand has to do the octave. So octave is, do you hear the octave? And then do it again. And then do it again. Do you see? So the right hand always starts with an octave. And then the left hand picks up with a 2 note, right? And then, so you're just repeating. Right? So all together. Turn. Something like that, okay? So now let's combine this line with the next line, right? So the left hand only has 1 note here, because you had, actually the pattern started in the previous measure, but we're just doing it, I'm just doing it according to the music, line by line. So and then you have this E, and then see, so you actually just hold the pedal down, right? See, I got a little bit stuck there. So you got better, right? It was definitely better, okay?
Wow.
It was definitely better. So now let's actually go from the beginning of the pattern. So the beginning of the pattern goes, sorry. Oh yeah, I was right. So the left hand does this 2 note at the end of the pattern as well, right? We got a little thing here. Okay, your turn.
Wow.
Yeah. Something like that. It's definitely better. Now make sure you go quickly find the bottom note, right? It's so tempting to go wait a while, and it doesn't even sound bad, right? But he didn't write it that way. In both versions, this is only an 8th note, so you gotta find the octave. And I do like it that way. I do like how it's not quite what we thought. Yeah, so I do like it, okay? The way it is. Okay, so we talked about the things that were the most troublesome, right?
Wow.
So now we can fine tune even more. In the beginning, you would just, I think, too broken, right? For example, you have your first chord, which is fine. Then you have a little rest, right? But then you shouldn't have a break between this chord and this chord, right? You already just had a break. Yeah, so be smooth there. And then you can have a break. So have a break. And then you start the da-na-na-na business. Now, what are you doing here? Mi, do, la. So, la, fa, do, la, right? So the left hand is doing la, fa, do, la. So that's unusual, I guess, right? So, right? Now that's different from the other version, so that's why I was like now very familiar with what this is. Right? Okay, what's the good fingering? Okay, that's a pretty big gap. So just do 5 1. 5 1 4 1. 5 1 4 1. Yep, I think that's what I would do. Right? So now it does want to sound rather what is the word? Right? They are fast. Right? These are grace notes, so you don't want to be taking forever to do them, right? So the last group goes. Do you hear it?
There it goes.
Okay, what is your right hand doing? You should have 4 notes. Fa, do, mi, fa. Did you play 4 notes? Right? So octave, 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 4 notes. So it's basically also octave, but with 2 extra notes in between. So the right hand has 4 notes here, and the left hand has 2 and grace notes.
Nice.
Something like that. Okay, then. Okay, so this is also where I don't think you need a break. You can hold on to the fermata and you just want to grow out of it. Right? What does grow out of it mean? You just continue from the sound. So you don't want to have a break. So no rest. Yeah. No. In this version, you go to G. So fa sol fa re ti do la, ti do ti la mi fa re. Fa sol fa re ti do la, ti do ti la mi fa re. Fa sol fa re ti do la, ti do ti la mi fa re. Fa sol fa re ti do la. Then you just go to sol fa re ti do la, right? Which we practiced earlier. You see? Now in the different version, I do think the F sharp was there, but not here. That's it. And then what's the hardest thing about it? Is you gotta go faster and faster, right? So you go slow, right? Not too crazy. And then that part's gotta go fast. Right? Yes, that part's gonna be crazy. That's right. But it wants to be. It doesn't want to be like fast all of a sudden. That's the thing. You're just accelerandoing to it, right? So you start slow, right? And then eventually you get to that fastest speed. See? But it started slow for sure, right? And you want to practice it so much, right? So you don't get stuck like me, right? Okay, try it again.
There it goes.
better than you were at the beginning of the lesson with this part. You
Wow.
agree? So you made
Dang.
progress,
Oh
right?
my god.
For sure.
For
Okay,
sure.
well, so we talked about random little parts that were the most troublesome, and you did fix them, okay?
All
So
right.
then the other parts were some of it, we don't have time to go over today, but they were much less significant, right?
Nice.
In terms of
Significance.
what you need to fix.
Wow.
Okay, so anyway, good for you, Cody.
Woohoo.
That's wonderful that you have more or less learned this piece. I should assign you a new piece for homework, shouldn't I?
Wow.
So keep working on this piece, and remember that Chinese piece, the cloud chasing the moon thing. Keep working on that too, okay? Because I think we can use them for something, right? As your
Wow.
next project, okay? So this
Cool.
piece and the Chinese piece.
Chinese.
So the new piece that I think I
Wow.
would like to assign for you, let me see.
Wow. That's cool.
Well, you did all these sugar pieces, so
Wow. Oh my
see a whole
goodness.
bunch of sugar pieces.
Hmm. Wow.
Well, maybe I'll text it to you.
Oh,
Okay, so
nice.
I'll think about what your next project should be, and I'll text it to you. Okay, sound good?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Okay, see you next time. Okay,
Woohoo.
bye bye.
Bye bye.